So on this episode, it's hard to see back here, we're changing the rear brake compensator, regulator, anti-skid device thingamajig. So right here is, sorry, there's a light. Right here is the brake line. So you can probably see smoke. I heated this up with a torch. That's probably the only way to get them off. Okay, we're gonna have to torch them first so we don't break them, destroy them, whatever. I mean, if you do that, then you're gonna be brake line bending and all that other stuff, and I really don't feel like doing that. So this little piece back here kind of melted a little bit. Fuel tank's on the other side, so it's not really a safety hazard. I mean, you know, it's fire, so just do your best. And then on the back side are two bolts that hold it on, and then there's the rod that goes all the way through that hooks into the back. So I'm gonna switch you around and we're gonna unbolt it here first before we take these lines loose and start spilling all over the place. We'll do one thing at a time. We'll do these last, and then we'll hook a hose to them so that it stops bleeding all over the place. And then we'll put the new unit in. Yeah, all that shit. Okay. So let me get set up on the other side. If it starts burning again, say something. You just say your car's on fire and I'll call Marshall and he'll come put it out, because he's really good at that stuff. Sorry, this whole mounting area is all rusted, so we're gonna have to clean that off and treat it for rust, because it's been dripping for a while. I think those are 13s. These bolts are rusted into aluminum. We may be cutting them off, but we'll see. You never know. We just tear up the aluminum pretty good. Oh yeah. I need to get you down here. Stand by. Okay, so we're up here. These two bolts. Every time I put my hand up there, you can't see. I got another light. So these two bolts hold the unit on. Now there's a rod back here, and it's bolted in over here on the other side. I'm going to take it loose over there first. Ouch! Because it's going to fall apart anyway, I'm sure. Still kind of warm from the fire. Of course, this fucking exhaust is in the way. Oh, there goes my light. Got it. And my light. And my washer. Got it. Okay. Now we're going to switch back to the other side. And we're going to pull the lines out, and then we're going to get this whole thing out of here. So we're probably going to drop a little bit of fluid, but we'll try to minimize that. Where's my other light? These are a pain in the butt. It's going to drip on me. Once we're done with this, we're gonna have to bleed the rear brakes. So I'm gonna take this screwdriver, we'll slip it through here in the frame, I'm gonna pull this line out. No, I'm not. I'm gonna slip it here between this and the frame, and I'm gonna pull this line out. This. Look at that. Okay, come on. Come on. My hand. Gonna slip it through here, and I'm gonna pull this line out. Like that. Okay. So now all this shit is out of the way. Now, how do I get this motherfucker out of here? A bolt. I got it. Okay, I got it. There's a 10mm bolt in here. It's an 8? It's an 8. Push that like that and pull this like this. Now I'll show you how it came apart over here. Now where's my hose? What I want to do is I'm just gonna get my hands dirty. So here's the holder, okay? So this thing slid over this arm like that, and then the arm slides down in here like this, goes through that slot, and then this thing bolts on with that 8mm nut bolt to hold it in place. And then it rotates back and forth in there and compresses on the brakes. So there's your attachment. This is where your brake lines go. And this is what holds it onto the frame. So this piece is junk. We got to take this off so we can get this old rubber boot off. All right, so that's all garbage. So this is the old brake compensator we pulled out. This is the new one. There's a bushing in here we got to get out. And it's going to be a pain. I can tell already. So I'm pretty sure this was the thing making that thumping noise up there when we were articulating that arm. That, or either maybe this whole thing was shifting in the housing. Who knows? But this has to come out, and it's supposed to twist. That arm's supposed to move back and forth and push on this. Somewhere I got a hammer. Here it is. This goes in a pile of shit. So it's just going to slide back in here. See, it's supposed to move. But it's got some rust and burrs on it. So we're going to clean it up. Now, a little bit of grease. And we'll be in business. I'm going to say you probably want to crawl under the car and spray some WD-40 on this every once in a while. Maybe make it part of your oil change program. That's better. The grease will probably help hold it in when we're up there, but we can slide this in after, I think. So now what we got to do is get this in the car. So while y'all were asleep, I came in here and painted all this with Pour 15 because it had some rust on it. I painted up where the compensator mounts. So now the hard part is going to be getting it in there, getting those lines on while it's dripping all over the place again. Make sure you top off your brake fluid reservoir, and if you take too long, you're going to need to check it again, because these things are not going to cooperate when we try to get it back in here. It's going to be a pain in the ass. We're going to drip some brake fluid, so just get ready for it. And this bottom line is the one from the master. I'm going to pull that plug, and then I'm going to start shoving and twisting and turning and trying to get those brake lines on as fast as I can to minimize the drips. And then we can manipulate it into place by tweaking those lines a little bit and get it mounted up onto the mount. So this thing only goes on one way. Brake lines are on one side and bolt holes are on the other, so it's kind of hard to mix it up. The big open hole goes into the back towards the rear of the car. I know it's a lot of talking and not much moving. Maybe not. And that's dripping. Get out of here. Fuck. The hole goes on top.
Oops, guys, we get some more parts. Well, FedEx. God damn it. It's not going as bad as I thought, honestly. Except for the part where this is not. There we go. Come on. I need my right hand. I don't have it. That's not starting it. I need my right hand.
Okay, that one's snug. Let me get the rod, and I'm gonna snake that in, because I'm gonna be able to push this back and then get it where I want it. Man, this is gonna suck so bad. Don't forget to put this little. Don't forget to put this on the rod first. Make sure the hole faces towards the gas tank, so the bolt can go in it. God damn it. That's what happens when you grease it. Could try putting this screw in it to turn it. God damn it. Okay, I got it in there. I can see the hole. Now I gotta be able to get that rod in there and then get it lined up with that plunger. So, let's see. This is not gonna work. I need like a 1/2 inch of down bubble, or maybe forward bubble. Forward bubble might work. No, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna come out some more, and then come out some more, and then yes. All right, so I slid it in, and I got it behind where I want it to go. So that part's cool. So now I gotta push this thing and get it manipulated so I can get the bolts in it. There goes my glove. Okay, I got it. So now I can tighten these bolts up on the back side. I know y'all can't see, but I'm taking up all the space. So rod's in, bushing's in. Now I gotta pull this little bolt out and put my holder clamp thing on there. Got it. Okay, so this thing's mounted to the frame mounts, the rod's in there, the bushing's in there, the little hold down plates on there. So now we can put some torque on these brake lines without bending anything. It's a compression fitting, right? So, you know, compress it, but don't break it. It's a non-moving part. So the rod goes in here. There's the little 8mm holder that goes in the bushing, and then the rod touches the back of this. It's right here. As you shift. There's your 2 bolts to hold the whole unit. Hold the whole unit on. GoPro, stop recording.